located between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues.
Oh, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loop. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Tua. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal. This next drive underway. Lucky there just to avoid the safety. Able to fight through, but still backed up near the goal line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. A give. This is Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
14-yard line.
They run the counter with Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Exit 3rd and 7.
Off the play fake, Mond. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense for the Titans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. 56-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And that'll set them back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Brown. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mond looks to throw on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
On second down, it's Cook again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Mond out of the shotgun. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Mond looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tua now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to go up top again. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
Titans 16, Vikings 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, here's Mon. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Tua over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
4-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and 1. Mond. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and 12, Mond. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Let's go, D.
Mon now off of play action. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Titans 30, Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 42. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Montgomery a 1st down and then some.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. touchdown. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
To try again after the sack. Tua completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Vikings 10.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It's picked up by the Titans, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So now factoring in the face mask, here's first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Hey, check back, check back. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike Zick.
On first and 10, here's Mon. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now Mon. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Gladney. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Gladney. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Titans 58, Vikings 60.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second and a long way to go. Mond buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Like six.
Mond going to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Titans 72, Vikings 16.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 4, quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 4, Mike 4. You gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Here's Mond. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Here's Mond. They're going for it. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-14 season. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future.